topic is additional sites and AD sites and subnet. Okay, so first understood the concept, then we'll do the practicals. Just a minute. One more person joining. Additional domain controller promotions and AD sites and subnet. Controller promotions. And AD site and subnet. Okay, for your information, let's we have an office, right? So generally we have one more office, or we have one office, and now we have one domain controller, right? So generally, you know, the one domain controller and rest of the laptop or desktop users, right? So it is one domain controller will provide the authentication for other computers. Now just think of it. Whenever this office is going to increase, that means the number of users going to increase, that means 4 to 10 or 10 to 11, then what will happen? Then if you are using the same single domain controller and your number of computers are going to be high, then the problem will happen every time your domain controller memory and CPU utilized will be on highly utilized. And maybe the reason the domain controller will not working properly, and due to this high utilizations it's going to fail authentication request. That means that is the reasons users not able to log in times. Like sometimes you guys fail, that's your user ID password, after that's welcome screen again loading and loading and loading. Why? Just because of the request not accepting by the domain controller. Because why? Because the number of users is very high, whereas only one domain controller in the sites. To avoid this scenario, we have options. Same domain we can host multiple domain controller. That means whenever you are increase the domain controller in a same site, so it will be more in terms of authenticated and in terms of more authenticated and works performance smoothly. So generally domain controller provide logon request, authentication request, okay, sign in, sign off, sign in, sign on. I'll show you today. Then every users, whenever you are logged in, the request first come to domain controller. Then you are going to log off, same request come to domain controller. Now only one users you are getting that much of request. Now consider if you have a 400 users and only one single domain controller. Every time the domain controller will be highly CPU utilized and it is rejecting your connection, and as a result none of the worker can work smoothly. To avoid this situation, we have to promote additional domain controller in our sites. So today first we have to create one domain controller, domain, let's say britishtelecom.com. Inside the bt.com I will add another additional domain controller. Clear? Everyone clear? Perfect.
Okay.
Any question? Ask me.
Siddharth, one question in my mind.
Yes.
Okay. Just for example, if I am the old user, okay, and number of people join after me, okay. So before already I log in with the DC, okay. So why it takes more time to connect with me?
Not clear. Tell me one more thing. Your question, please.
Just for example, if I am logged in the domain controller, okay, with my credential. So what happened? I think it is stored my user ID and password, okay. And just for example, after me, number of people join in the organization, Okay, so they are logging for the first time or the second time. So as I already log in with a more the number of
got
times,
it.
so
I got
why
your.
takes more time?
Okay, I got it. Your question. You are
Yeah.
logging on your machine, brothers. I mean, you are logging your machines, but your authentication. It's verifying by the domain controller, not login request. You got my point. You are logging to your computers, and your profile will be creating there. Here, not question about the profile. Your question about who will authenticate. Now once you're every time you log in, log off, your systems, it's sending request to whom? Your system is sending request to domain controller. You got my point?
Okay.
Now if you have only one domain controller, every time the same domain controller will multiple request, login, log out, login, log out, login out. So every time you see that the domain controller CPU utilization will be high. After some time it will be crashed or it will not take any single request. Now domain controller, if stop taking the authentication request, none of the people can work. Am I right?
Sure,
To
sure.
avoid this scenario, we are we are doing additional domain controller in the frame. So if you install additional domain controller into the frame, so all the domain controller, all the computer whenever log in to log off, they will split the connection. Okay, so that none of the domain controller will be flooded. Clear or not? Clear.
Yes, yes.
So interviewer will ask you what is the additional benefits when you are installing the additional domain controller. Now anyone can ask you, what do you mean by additional domain controller provision, or what is additional domain controller? So the
It
answer
is
is
used for the authentication purpose for the user.
no. Additional domain controller help primary domain controller load sharing. That is the answer. Basically, domain controller, whenever you are logging, let's say your office will give you the laptop or desktops, right? Now maximum of us are working through work from home nowadays, so I'm not telling like that. I'm telling whenever you guys are going to office, so you are, I mean, once you are logging to your system is connected to the office networks. Now your system, once you type your user ID password, you will sometimes you have to facing some lagging, right? I mean, screen will come like that. So during that period of time, your systems will verify your all the details. Now who is responsible, who is verifying the user? Domain controller. Now only one single domain controller is, sometime it's doing this kind of times. Now whenever multiple users comes into the picture, the domain controller will be hung, right? Am I clear? Just scenario,
Yeah.
just think of it one single scenario, like one people will making food for 3 people. It's quite simple. Now the number of people are increasing. Now one people day to day they are providing 5, they can feed 5 people. Now the peoples are increasing. Will that persons provide food anytime on time? No. Because people are
quantity will be quantity
yes,
increase, everything.
exactly. To overcome this problem, we need additional cooker or additional cook, right?
Yeah.
So he can help him. Same like that. Now how we can do that? One more thing that guys, this is requires that right now all of you know how to create server, right? So next time onwards, while you do the practical, no need to create the servers. I mean, those are not yet done. I'm not telling about it, but you and Noor already expert on server creations. So next time onwards, whenever you guys do the practical, just use or restore the snapshot. That's it. Okay. So all the VMs are, because if we use anonymous of VMs here, so it will be, I mean, spoil our practical. That's it. Okay. So I'm creating one more file, one more video, server first. Just watch, okay, because sometimes some people still not able to create the server, so it is only for them. First, while you create the servers, again I'm telling you, go to the files, new virtual machines, choose the typical options or custom option, whatever you choose. Then this option is for ISO, do not change it. If you want to install another OS, that is fine, or else do not think that this is the drive. This is the picking the ISO in operating systems. Click on next. Now this options not need to write any product key, because Windows already activated. Click on next. Now this here, this frame you have to change whatever it is. So first provide the server name, let's say DC0 D701. Now just change the C to E. Don't confused here, okay? You no need to do anything, because why I'm telling to C to E, because C is my root drive. If you create VM on C drive, we all don't know, server will be crashed, everyone will be impacted, no one will do the practicals. That is why I'm telling you, do not create any VM on C drive, just change the letter E drive, so that this path VM will create. Clear? Perfect. So click on next. 30 GB is the disk size. Okay, next finish. Now after install these servers, I will not gonna create any next servers. I will just clone these machines. Okay, so while you doing this questions, server installing, let's do some frequently asked question on the last week classes. So I think you all we have watched the last 5 videos, so I'm asking question from there. So who can tell me the number of computer available on which classes of IP address? Azam, which
Yes,
class of IP address will hold the maximum number of computers?
Class A.
Class A, perfect. Okay, now in Windows servers, will it possible can hold multiple IP networks? Noor, please tell.
Multiple IP address, not understand actually.
No, I'm not asking you, I'm asking Noor. I have a requirement that's 2 machines will communicate to 2 different classes of IP address, 10 series, 192 series. How I can do that?
You can
take VM0.
Sorry?
Having 2 different classes IP address like A and C, yeah? How you wanna do it?
Okay, let's consider the scenario. There is a one computers and there is another computer, and one computer IP address is 10.10.10.10, another computer IP address is 192.168.10.10. Now I want to set up a connection between these 2 machines. What need to do?
Siddharth, we use I think router here.
Why you are telling? I'm not asking you, I'm telling other people. I know you are learning good, very good, but give the chance to other people as well. You are experienced guy, because you are among all the peoples, you are hard-coded experience. So I'm not asking you. Whenever asking, I'll tell you the name.
Okay.
So tell me, what is router?
Router is means routes the one computer to another computer, means it is a route path
How we can do that, router?
through IP address. Means IP configuration.
How we can create Windows Server as a router? Sapna, did you watch the video?
No, I haven't watched the video because I didn't get link. The one that you sent me, it has different data in it.
I have shared the link to everyone.
I can try. Yeah, I can try because routers are there to create networks. To connect to networks. Switches are to connect to networks.
Just a minute.
Routers are to create networks.
Just a minute, hold on, because I have shared the
See,
link
this
to
was
everyone.
something that was sent to me. This pass leader.
I have shared the link to everyone, I guess. Yeah,
I don't have access to this also. What is that? Server.
yeah. This is the link I have created. Okay? If you click on here, you see every day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. All videos are there.
1 minute.
I am asking question in between. See, if you are not learning it, then it will be, you will never understood the whatever I'm telling you. You have to make hard work, because I know all of you are working. Okay. But if you not make hard work yourself, the concept will never will work. I see only here dedicatedly work 2 people. One is Noor and another one is in Azam. Rest of people, I don't know what is the problem. So make sure, and day to day whatever the video I upload here, try to download it, watch it, and the day I defined you, that day do the practice. Anyway,
Share that link once again on WhatsApp.
I already shared in the WhatsApp, because I don't know why you are not watching the WhatsApp groups. This is our educational WhatsApp. Every time you watch the video, I mean, whatever I put the message or anybody put the message, you have to read, because this is our internal communication purpose. I have, provided here.
Okay, thank you.
Now onwards, keep this link handy. Whenever every class is done, I will upload a video on this particular drive, and this is for your lifetime.
Okay, store the link.
Yeah. Okay, so no one can define how we can create the router here. Yes, we can create the router, but based on Windows Server roles defined, that is remote desktops. After install the remote desktop roles, then we will configure this remote desktop roles and start the engine. Windows Server will behave like a Windows router. Clear? Okay, how we can use Windows Server as a storage box?
We give them roles, no? Add-in features.
Definitely roles. I'm asking which roles.
Click the add-in features roles and we can see the storage option.
No. Azam? Azam?
Yes, Siddharth.
How we can use Windows Server as a storage server?
By creating a virtual drive.
No. I'm asking, let's say this is a one Windows Server, and I need this Windows Server will work as a storage provider, SAN, storage area networks. You guys understood? These servers, because I have a side by side other 2 servers, and I need they get space from this particular servers. How we can do that? Which role will help to configure this?
iSCSI rule.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good.
With the help of iSCSI rule, we can add the features
Very
and
good.
thus first make a drive. Then with the help of disk segmentation, we can merge it.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So this machine is created. Now I'm going to clone this machine, because I can go and create a new machine, but it is a time of effort, because now this machine took time 7 minutes to prepare this time. So no need to create this machine, right? So I'm just going to power off this machine and create the cloning machines. Right click, snapshots, manage, clone. Now cloning means you are duplicating these servers, right? You are duplicating these servers. Now while duplicating these servers, keep in mind you have to make identical, and that's identical by changing the sysprep. Here each and every steps I tell everyone, this is the vital things. That is why I put the video recorded to everyone. It is not like the movie I'm giving you, my guys. This is
Yeah, because this step, you miss one step, you're not gonna go to Ash.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you miss one step. I notice you're not gonna go for next step. Like you not create a sysprep, you're not gonna do the next step.
We'll do. Let it prepare. Okay. So because
We do sysprep after creating the
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sysprep is actually reset your security ID. Now whenever you install the OS of any of the machines, they have a security ID. Okay. Why the security ID? Because it's make the system identical. If there is no identical, then why domain will understand how many machines are there? So that is why we different person have different name. Maybe we different person have the same name, then we definitely must have some identical part. That is our national ID, passport number, PAN card, other cards. That's it. That cannot be same with another person's, even my brothers as well. If let's say there is one of the persons are twins, and the people that's as it is in the same persons, I mean in the looks and name as well, but their identity card will be a difference. Got my point? That is the same thing is happening in server end. After you install the servers, the server must have the security ID, and while you cloning the servers, you have to reset the security ID, or else both the server cannot work together. That is the reason. Now here we are preparing our next practical is additional domain controller. That definitely one single domain first I will create, and the second domain controller will add this domain and the same domain as the additional domain controller. So definitely while you do, if you are not gonna create this security ID reset, then first domain will reject the domain controller. They will say he cannot join the domain because they do not have unique identity number. My DC02 was created, cloning done. Okay, now I'm power on this machine one by one. So now just think that without installing the server, within a half minutes my server is created, just based on the cloning. No need to go and create the server every time, just for save your time. That's it. Now this machine is created. Now I will change the sysprep on these machines. Later on you can make the power on, no problems. Just go to the start, run sysprep. Now you're doing this processing generalized. Now it's resetting the security ID from the background. Everyone is clear or not? Sapna, it's clearing.
What is the need of syspray?
That is I'm asking. So syspray is actually, okay, for your information, you have installed one of the server, right? You have just now installed one of the server. Now I am telling you, in vCenter or virtualization there is options to cloning one of the servers. Cloning is what? Just it make the copy from the servers. That means from this server I make an image on this server, right? Now just tell me, I am cloning these machines. After you install any of the server, there is some security ID will come like that. So it's like is 1 223 G1 31 30, something like that. So the same security ID also come here, right? Now you see, whenever this machine is connected to networks, does it work each other? Every time it will share, it's a conflict. Now whenever, as I'm doing to promote that domain controller here as a domain controller, and now after that I will add this machine to the same domain, it will strictly decline and reject these machines. They will tell you that this machine do not have unique identity. So sysprep is here to reset the security ID and make your ID identical. Clear?
Yes.
Perfect.
So basically you're renaming it, right?
No, not renaming. We are changing the security ID. That's it.
You are giving a new a name to your domain control. I mean this server.
It's
the clone part.
It's not name. Okay. Just tell me one thing. How many Sapna Sinde in Maharashtra, Pune? You only one or maybe another also available?
Yeah, in my company there are many Sapnas, but not with the same name. At times it happens like there are 2 persons with same name.
Just search Facebook's Sapna Sinde, you will get 100 names.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, now in 100 Sapna Sinde have the same Aadhaar card? Same voter card? No. Why? No. Because if the same Sapna Sinde have same voter card, Aadhaar card, none of will get any kind of jobs.
Right.
That is why name is doesn't count. Son. If I can make the name DC01 here, both machines, what matter? No matter. But the matter is security ID, SID. So once you do the sysspray, it is actually reset that duplicate, older security ID and creating new security ID. Clear? Is that clear?
Fine, thank you. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, perfect. See, every time I'm here creating the new password, unique password, that is Nissan 990_99. That is our education. For here anything you do the password, that should be a unique password. Nissan 990_99 in capital. Password I'm telling you, the password is look like. Even you do the practical while you connecting the server, you will take the password. The password every cases Nissan 990_99. Any caps, every time any password will give, that is the same password. Clear? Okay, now what I need to do, who can tell me what are the roles I have to install, to configure the domain controller? Last day I told, who can tell me what exactly role I have to install to promote the domain controller? Rajdeep? Sapna?
Security rules. Security rules.
Noor?
Domain server.
Azam?
Yeah. First we here configure the basic thing here first. After that we can install Active Directory AD rule.
ADDS role, good. Watch, just see that person's a very hard work guy. Just watch that person. Say what every day he asks me questions about how to do that. How then only he will improve himself. See, 10 lakhs, 11 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs package does not come smoothly. It will take time, and it is taking your patience as well, your hard work as well. So I am asking what role, you are guys telling the roles, but before that there is a many prerequisites. You have to tell me what is the prerequisite. First you have to provide the IP address, ncpa.cpl. First you have to provide the IP address, because this is the communication media. Without IP address none of the machines will work. Now you see this machine was in disconnected state, so first you have to make them connected, right? So in that case what you need to do, just go out from these machines, come to here. This is the external view, this is the internal view. Okay, so in external view go to the settings.
External view is
We'll
DC01.
do the port setting.
Yes,
External view is DC01.
see DC01, this is the server,
Server.
and this is the internal configuration part, and this is the data center part. Clear? Now if you want to doing LAN kind of settings, where you have to go? Data center sites. Just go to the settings, network, and there is an option specific virtual networks. Here total 19 switches there. Any of the, let's say you need, okay, I not use VNet 0, I use VNet 1, use it, but this machine also have the same VNet, or else none of the machine will work at a time. Clear or not? Now see, this is identifying. That means you are actually what you is doing. Let's say, did you ever see that rack? I mean, while you are in office, you will see that networks. Every floor there is a network switches or network, network server room, right? So here, generally, after installing the server, you have to plug them, network cable, plug them into the port. Let's say this is a port, right? RJ45 port, network connected port. So just connecting the server to that particular port, so that server is on the networks. Clear? Now your NIC card identifying the network, but it will not work. Why? Because I have not given the IP address. Simple as that. Where I have to give IP address, just click on go to the properties, IP version 4, and here I have to put the IP addresses. So any class you see, Sapna and Rajdeep, both I am telling you, please watch the day 1 video. And day 1 video we all cover about the IP addresses, why class A, why not class B, all those stuffs, right? So watch this video, it will clear your doubt. So now here put it, IP address 10. I always choose 10 series IP address because it's provide you the number of machine will be high. That's it. One more things here, just keep it in mind. IP address same I am assigning to DNS. It is not mandatory, but I am using because domain controller here, it's a domain controller here itself a DNS server. Keep it in mind. We are using AD integrated DNS server. DNS server you can use standalone DNS servers, or maximum 99% cases nowadays company will always use our AD integrated DNS server. That means domain controller itself are DNS servers. So domain controller IP will work as a DNS server. Clear? Domain controller IP will work as a DNS server. That means DC01 is a DNS server. Because while you're injecting ADDS role or configuring, we are injecting DNS role as well. Now you know DNS what purpose? It's resolving IP to name, name to IP address. So DNS server IP address is mandatory here. Perfect. So now what I need to do, I am now installing this. Okay, but before the, okay, now I'm installing them, then I will change the name. Okay, server name is different. This role is mandatory. Active Directory Domain Services. That I want to ask everyone, which specific roles I have to install and configure ADDS. This is a simple answer. But while it's telling this answer, you have to tell that before ADDS install, you have to put IP address. Before ADDS install, you have to provide administrator password. Because now I'm creating here not record because I already reset that sysprep. So while you reset the sysprep, administrator password also provided. Okay, so that is not record. Next time when this machine I will do that, I have to provide them administrator password. Okay, now we are installing ADDS role. Installing role and configuring role, there is a hell and heaven difference. You can install any role, but it will not work until and unless you make them configure. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Now I am not gonna configure anything here right now, but I am changing my server name because it is Windows by default server name. Okay, so if I use this name, futurely it will create a lots of problems. Every time I have to copy the name and like that, this is a create of problems. So better to change the computer name. For there you have to go server manager. Everything I am doing here based on server manager, because server manager will give us the console or facility to control everything in server, one single Windows.
Actually you can change from here everything. It's like a computer name, work
exactly.
Group, and even you can change the IP address as well from the local server.
Yeah, no? Yeah, exactly.
So you don't need to go anywhere.
That is why now. DC01. I'm making the server name DC01. After you click on OK, server will take reboot. Perfect. Now my computer name change. How will I know? You can change. You can go to the local server. From there you can change. You can see that server name. Go to the local server. You can see that computer name. Or from command you also get, that is host name. Clear? Perfect. Now I am going to configure the ADDS role that we have installed earlier. You will see that there is a notification come, right? So click on this notification. Once you click on this notification, you will see the promote this server to a domain controller. Clear?
Why we are promoting this server to a domain controller?
Yeah.
How I create the domain controller? That is the reason, no? If you are not going to promote this server as a domain controller, then how will I create the domain controller? Tell me the procedure. You are installing ADDS role, then only this option will come in. Now I am going to promote this server as a domain controller. Choose whatever these options. Right now I do not have any domain, so I am going to create add new forest, and my domain name is britishtelecom.com, bt.com, whatever. Click on next. This is the DSRM password. I will tell you later DSRM password for what. This is directory service restore mode password. Directory service restore mode. That means if your domain controller is crashed,
Backup.
It's how you restore this domain controller through this backup. So while you put the backup, it's required your password. That time it's required the password. Normally it is not required.
So if the server gets crashed, then we need the
to restore the backup,
backup.
it's required DSRM password. Now if you first time you are doing this one, okay, then after that you forget the password, there is a way how you can reset the password. There is a way, I'll tell you. Now it is scanning and telling you the what will be the NetBIOS domain name. That means whole networks, after you create the domain controller, it will create a networks, right? So in networks, the domain will be known as BT only. That's it. Through BT, you can change anything as per your choice.
So this is a kind of nickname.
Exactly, nickname. Now this is the database folder, log files, sysball folder, all those stuffs. Click on next. Now guys, the same thing while you doing in production in your office, project office, it will become a huge steps, because in production cases they will fill every time you have to fill the checklist, documents, rundown document, SOPs, many things you have to follow side by side this work. So now it is very easily you can do it. Now it is you are very easily you are doing, but while in production in office, when you are doing production environment in your office, it will become a hectic, because every steps you have to do, you have to follow the checklist, rundown documents, project checklist, many things else. You got my point? And unnecessary they will create, this is critical, is the simple steps. This is the rules of the project. Okay. Now the DC is going to install. That means DC is going to configure. Here it is checking the all prerequisites, everything. After that it allow you to go and create. In case anything find problematic, it will tell you the prerequisite not met.
It is like
You turn off the firewall.
Sorry?
You turn off the firewall.
Why are you showing firewall?
It is a type of background check.
It is not the firewall. It is a kind of prerequisites check.
No. This is not regarding about this question. I'm just thinking about you just turn off the firewall.
No, I'll do. After install it, I will do that. No problem.
Is this
No. Yeah, sorry. I just not related about this question.
Is this a type of background check, background verification?
No. It's actually installing it. No, it's checking the prerequisites made. Already it's installing. That part we already covered. Okay, it's already installed the OS, and now it is domain controller is already installed. Now it is rebooted. After that, domain controller will work properly. Configured, it's already configured.
So how many classes you attend like every weekend? How many classes you do? Siddharth?
Huge classes, huge. Because today morning,
You start what time you start today?
Today morning I have provided training on NGO people. Okay, because there is a many poor guys are there. So this is NGO. And after that there is a, I have a batch from 11 AM, 11:30. Next, this batch, after that from 7 PM there is a cloud training batch, and from there today after 9 PM there is a UK batch. So
you work 5 days and you work weekend as well?
Yes.
7 days?
7 days.
Siddharth is doing very hard because every time he is busy taking the class.
See, generally I am telling you, this is I love, because okay guys, tell me one thing. Now when you guys feeling retired, that means I'm very exhausted, I'm tired, then what you need to do?
Meditate.
Forget about it. Generally, what you need to do, you watching video in mobile, you are doing WhatsApp, you are doing Facebook, like that, right? To refresh your mind.
Yeah. Oh.
And this period of time, I am doing this kind of things. This is my refreshment.
Okay, so that's nice.
Yes. And that is why the growth will come. Brother, the growth is what in terms of IT. No, in IT industry is very tough. It's very tough. The IT industry will giving opportunity to everyone. Those guys are from arts background, some guys from engineering background, some guys from BSc background, some guys from BCom background. He will take opportunity to everyone, but it is a very fraction of second. Now it depends on him how he tight his role. That's it. Because you can see among nowadays IT industry is paying highest amount. After that, doctors, medical lines.
Yeah, it's true. Especially is everything is now is a cloud and.
Can you see one data scientist? Yeah. I'm telling you, in the last among the right now, after the medicals or doctor salaries, the highest paying job is data scientist. Now, and one data scientist monthly they are earning 26 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 35 lakhs.
Look at now everything is artificial intelligence.
AI, exactly.
You know,
but this is, it is not IT, it's a kind of research. Then comes to IT. Now in comes to IT, there is a two segment. Either you have to go with project management segment, managerial part, or else you have to be a technical SME segment. So where I'm working right now in Kolkata, and this is my project, one of the persons are sitting here. He's very busy person and he's very doing toughest knowledge he have. His per month salary is 2.5 lakhs.
Wow.
2.5 lakhs per month. And in the year, he is around, 30 lakhs, I guess. 30 lakhs per year in Kolkata. How come? Just like a passions. That's what I'm telling you now, guys. If you have a passions to go on site, to buy flats, to buy anything, car, all dreams come true if you do the hard work here. All dreams come true. Only IT can give you the options. Now, every car showrooms, if you watch, I'm not telling UK, I'm telling in India, Mohammed and Razdeep and Sapna, I'm telling you, just see that who is actually purchasing the car. 60% is doctors, rest of is IT guy.
Yes, exactly.
Now being an IT guy, if you are not getting the salary that much, that is your fault. Now you have to rectify your fault by doing these hard works, by doing this knowledge gains, and that's it. I am also everyone can ping every time, ask your question, because Noor asking my questions, if I am busy I tell I am in office, I will clear your doubts. I am free, I will just ask me questions and I'll clear the doubt. So I'm expecting not only Noor and Azam can, every pupil should do. Like Sapna, Rasdeep, other pupils, every pupils.
I don't have any experience background for IT, so I'm keep asking you. Sorry about that.
Yes, I already give example to you, everyone, because being a non-IT resources, you already make your, because I seen your practicals. While you are doing practicals, I see your practical and I know your server grips. It's awesome. It's really good. I also tell Mohammed, I also tell Razdeep, that this guy is from the non-IT background, but his grip is very good in terms of server. Keep it up, good. So fine.
Thank you.
So fine, the server's roles we have installed and DC role is well installed. Now just remember, after install the roles, okay, you have logged in with built-in administrator. So next time never log in with built-in administrator. Why? Because this is the seriously policy violations. After first, whenever the domain controller is installed, you have log in with administrator password, because you do not have created any domain user, right? So generally the first time you have created administrator. After you logged in, create your domain user first. First domain user, and that should be a domain admin.
Domain user.
Yeah. Where you have to go? You have
Siddharth,
yes.
Why do we type dsa.msc? What is the need of it?
DSA.msc is the Active Directory user and computer interface. After we install the roles, just see that after we install the roles, if you go to the tools, did you see that this much role I have configured? Active Directory Administrative Center, Active Directory Domain and Trust, Active Directory Module and Windows PowerShell, Active Directory Site and Services, Active Directory User and Computer. And this is ADSI edit. I'll tell you later on what is it. Active Directory Users and Computer. This is actually, here this option will give you the console to manage users, computers and other things. And I am going to clear here, that is the same window. If I put this command dsa.msc, that is the same one. Both the same things, right? dsa.msc, directory structure administration MSC, Microsoft Console. Is that clear, Sapna?
Yes. I do this. I don't know why I used to do that. So I thought I should ask.
That is why, you are doing day to day your job, but you don't know why you are going to a dsa.msc. Because somewhere you are installing role, so somewhere they will give you some administrative console, right, from where you have to manage the stuffs. Am I right? Let's say you have purchased one car, and this car you doesn't find where is the steering and gear. How should I drive the car? That meanings like that. Let's you have purchased a car. Hey, please go on mute. I mean, it's equal. Let's you have purchased a car. Let's you have purchased a car, and this car you don't know where the steering and where the gear or clutch. Will you able to drive? So same thing, though. Microsoft dsa.ms will give you the steering and gear where you can operate all those stuff. Clear? Yes. Now here first you have, whenever you have installed the ADDS role first, then what you need to do, create domain user first. How many of your domain user you have to create one by one. Like I'm creating, new here first users. I'm creating Sapna. I am doing, that doesn't mean guys you will do, because I am doing here practical purpose. Generally password, do not do this password never expire. You got my point? Because this is that day, last day I told you why it is not record, because password never expire. It's applicable only for service account, not for any user account.
So for user account we will use the first one. User must change password.
Exactly. But here I am using for testing purpose. That's it. One user.
This is the second user we have created.
Yes. Got to know? Same password. Same. Any password we are giving, that is a Nissan password. Okay, okay, and one more users, that is Azam. Okay, so now descriptions, users. Okay, now these are the users are created in the domain, right? Now I tell that Azam and Noor will be the domain admin, rest of the users are domain users. How I can make them domain admin? Who can tell?
You just double click one of them, double click, and go to member of,
then
and then
add,
and the domain, write down domain and check name. Check name.
awesome. Noor,
Add.
this is the major thing, they will ask you the questions. So that, see, when I taking interview, I never ask any kind of critical error. I am asking what are the basic things. If you know the basic things, critical things you will definitely acquire. Clear? Very good. Awesome, guys. So now,
And good, you can enter here for enterprise as well.
exactly the same way we can add them enterprise as well.
Enterprise, yeah. Check names.
Domain admin. So now Sapna is the general users, Rajdev is the domain admin, Noor is the domain admin, Azam is the domain admin. That means these three are AD engineers. And this is normal general users, or maybe Windows engineer or something other department. But these three only have the power, can manage Active Directory. Okay, perfect, guys. Now my next is I have to promote these machines and add them into the same domain. Okay, so but before that I have to do this firewall off, because if I not stop the firewall, it create a problems. Or else what I can do, if my organization tell you no, you cannot disable the firewall, because if you disable the firewall it create problems. No problems, I will not do like that. Go to the file here. Now what options I need to do? Who can tell me?
Print and sharing.
File and sharing. Print and sharing.
You guys are raw, awesome. File and printer sharing. Already there? Good. This is the confidence will come only after practice. Why I am telling here in groups, I can provide one-to-one training individual, because if I give you the one-to-one training, your never skills will grow up until and unless see the other guys. These two guys are doing, keep on practice themselves. Now see that confidence. Awesome. Now I want Sapna and Rajdeep should be comes to that levels. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear.
Okay.
Perfect. So everything is fine. This is done. So now I need to do. I'm just going to this machines. And first, what I need to do, because these machines, as per as I know, I have not set administrative password, local administrative password. So what I have to go?
This is 02.
This is 02. We'll go to comp mgmt. That means computer management. Comp mgmt.msc. In comp mgmt.msc, I have to go local user and groups, users. And here this administrator there, right? So you have to set them password, or else they will not allow you to go for domain promotions. But before domain promotions, what are the steps? Before you domain promotion, forget about domain promotion right now. First you have created machines, right? First you have created machine, then what you need to do, you will provide the IP address, the first criteria. Once you have provided the IP address, then second you have to provide the administrator password. You have to set administrator password. After everything is done, then this machine will be the added. That means you have to add domain join for this your BT machines. Now once the machine is part of this domain, then you will go and create domain controller. Clear? So first I have this machine I have done. I have set the local password, local administrator password. Comp mgmt, then users, administrator, set password. After that, I'll put the IP addresses. ncpa.cpl. Clear?
Domain join.
ncpa.cpl for net. Boss, this is for the network console password. You have to go there in the network card. Either you have to go their way, just go to the right click on this computer. Sorry, right click on this computer, go to the open network sharing centers and then change adapter settings, right click properties, or forget about the stories, put the command ncpa.cpl. See, I am telling Rajdev and Sapna, both of you, if you are not understanding the command, just make it, write it down so that it will be help you. ncpa.cpl. ncpa.cpl, it's for network connections window. Now you see that the networks is on identified network, I mean that unidentified, because he is not in the network, that is why unidentified, but connected in the networks. Connected in the network but not recognized. That means IP not given properties. So here, what is the domain controller IP I have given? Who can tell me?
Oh, the 10.10.10.10.
10.10.10.10.
10.
Here
11.
11. Perfect. Now, if I doing this, will it work or not?
Yes, it will.
No.
No, it will not work.
Yes. Those guys have done practical, see that knowledge. This is called hardcore knowledge that only comes after the practice. Every time I'm telling you guys, you and Sapna, every time I'm telling you, just see that guys. Mama, every time telling me, give me the server, give me the server, give me the server. Sometimes I'm telling you that I do not have the options because people doing practicals. But I never seen you guys, that's you guys come for the practicals. Just see. Now, if I doing this, it will not work. Why not work? I'm telling you the concept. Okay. Now, let's say I'm staying in UK, right? So all people, you are from different countries. Now I have a very good job opportunity in my current organizations, and my organization tells you can, if you have many 2-3 people who have no AD, you can tell them to come and join our office, right? So I call to Noor, will you able to join my company? He's saying yes. I call to Mohammed, he is saying yes. I call to Sapna, she also called yes. And I call to Rajdeep, he is also called yes, I'm interested. Now you guys are interested, fine. Now next was it, you have to come here in UK, then only you will be able to join, right? But then how will you come? It's normally you have to go caught bus and come here, not possible. So what I have to go, forget about this. In between of that, this connection, just forget about this. Just forget about this until this steps is clear. Then you all, where I need to go, you have to, all three have to go visa office, right? All you have to go visa office and apply for your passport or visa. Then visa office asks you what purpose you all have to go in UK, what purpose? You say I get an opportunity. Then I say show your opportunity. Then what the offer letter I send you each and every persons, you have to show them. Once you show them, these persons allow you to connect with me and released you for passport. Clear? This is called work permit. Now tell me here. You are adding this domain controller to the bt.com. What you need to do?
We need to connect with the domain controller.
Sapna, can you try?
No, we need to add
Yeah.
This domain DC02 server, 02 servers, you are
We need to
adding.
do my internal IP address.
Yes,
Yes,
I know
we
that.
need
I know
to.
you guys know that. Just help other guys. So what you need to do, you have to know, you have to give them DC1 IP address to DC2 IP address. That means the same, you have to go ncpa.cpl and primary domain controller IP, what is it? As I told you now before install, as I told you that this domain controller IP will work as a DNS IP address, primary DNS IP address, because I have installed DNS role here. So these servers also work as a DNS server. Clear? So this IP will be added here. Until and unless you have to add them here, you cannot join this machine to the domain. I'm showing you. You are not attending, right? Now you saw, okay, just make the ping that server which is working or not. Okay, let's do the firewall. Why I'm doing hands-on? Until and unless I'm doing the hands-on, it will never clear your doubts. Do one thing, I'm just taking a snapshot. Okay, this machine domain controller already installed. Okay, I'm doing snapshot in these machines.
Why to take snapshot?
Because in future I can utilize this machine again. I'll just restore this snapshot, machine will be on earlier stage. Okay, so now I'm pinging to that my domain controller. It will be working on, it will be connected online the same networks. Ping 10.10.10.10. 10.10, this is my primary domain controller. Now you telling that it is pinging, so I can add into the domain, right? It's pinging, right? Did you able to ping bt.com? Let me have the questions. Who offer you to join? Not server, offer you bt.com.
bt.com.
So would you able to communicate bt.com?
No.
No. Why? Because you do not have the bt offer letter. And the bt offer letter is the bt domain controller DNS IP address.
I didn't get this point. UK.
Sapna, you understand what I'm telling?
Yeah, I understood. So you're trying to ping the first domain controller, parent
Yes.
domain controller, and you get replies. And then if you're trying to ping the bt.com, that's not giving any replies.
Why? Because bt.com offer me to join his domain, but I do not have any offer letter for bt.com. And what is offer letter? bt.com IP address in my domain, in domain DNS. That means, that is why I am showing you that offer letter options. Until and unless you have to put them bt server IP address here, it is that means you do not have the bt.com offer letter. For your information, just okay. But before that, I'm trying to add this domain into the networks. Let's see what will happen. Either you can directly go to the properties and then advanced system and computer name, or else you go to the server manager, local server, and okay, same things here. I have to go to the work groups and change. That is DC-02 and domain name will be bt.com. Once I click on OK, it will not allow you. Why? Because I do not have bt offer letter. And the offer letter is what? The offer letter is this IP address should be add as a DNS IP address of this second machines.
Sid, so on the primary domain, you gave us static DNS. that is in the range of 1 to 7, but on that secondary domain you are changing it to something else. Is that okay?
Appreciate your question.
Appreciate your question.
Because I am expecting some of you guys can say like that. But no one asked, you ask. That's good. So 120 is whenever you have promoted this domain controller, it is telling you the loopback address. You can change it, or you can keep it blank, or you can change it to 10.10.10, no matter. Because this server is a DNS server. This is the first DNS server. So right now there is no another DNS server. So if you make it blank, no matter. No matter. Okay. So you want to do one thing, just keep it blank here. Okay. Keep it blank here. But here, what I need to do, this machine, before I join into the domain, I have to add them BT offer letter. That means BT DNS. Otherwise, it not allow me to go into that particular domain. Clear? Is it clear or not?
Is it clear or not?
Yes.
Perfect. Once you've done this, now click on OK. Visa Office Saint, yeah, I'm going to. Now you have to put, and then it is asking type your bt.com user ID password. You already reach UK. Now here you have to reach BT Office. Now who will onboard it? Definitely I'll be there. And I myself what? Because this is the domain user who already have the domain. Either Azam or Noor or Razdeep or Sapna or user can add you here. So I'm.
How can Sapna add you here? Because Sapna is not the active.
Normal user.
Sapna is already created here.
Oh,
See, for domain joining, not only domain admin can do, a user also can do.
okay.
Let's Sapna S. Clear? You will be the part of user. See.
Yeah.
Now, sometime interviewer can ask you, is domain admin only add users or domain user can only add users?
Both can be added.
Both can add users. But sorry, not add user, add domain. I mean domain join.
Domain join both can be.
Yes. Now this machines, it's now available on bt.com. This machine is now available on bt.com. Still it is not DC. Still it is computer. This computer just now added into the BT domain. Clear or not?
Yes, clear.
Clear? Now after domain the bt.com, after I log in here as with my domain user account, then I will install ADDS role and then I will join as a additional domain controller. Clear? See, that's a way I'll make you hard work for you guys. No teacher will be provided that way training. I'm telling you, everyone. None of the teacher can make you this way. So now this machine is part of bt.com domain. How you know that? Just go to the BTDC and the computer options. You will see that DC02 here. Is the part of this machine is the part of bt.com DC02. Clear or not?
Clear.
Everyone, it's clear or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Now what I need to do? Now as I told, come to that pictures. As I told, whenever you will install the domain controller to any of the domain, I mean, you are planning to install the domain controller. First you need to do, you will create one server. Under that you have to install OS, right? You have install OS, step 2. Now after install OS, you have to provide the IP address. After provide the IP address, you have to provide the password on your administrator, right? After you install the password, you have to add them into your parent domain, right? In your parent domains, right? once your domain will be joined, then this machine is part of this particular domain. After now we are in step 3. That means the server is available on bt.com. On top of that, I am installing ADDS role again.
The computer is in the bt.com computer.
That is why now DC02 is a server. It's a server, and this server is now added in the domain. Now from this domain, I will again install, because now I'm not going to use this machine as a server. I'm going to use this machine as a domain controller. So again, I have to install the ADDS role, right? Is that clear to everyone?
Siddharth want to create more domain, right?
Additional domain controller.
Yeah, additional domain. That's right.
नहीं होते ना सार्वजनिक okay, so this domain controller, I mean, we have installed the we have installed the roles here. Now no need to go for further here and all. You will have the options here. Promote this server to a domain controller. Clear? Promote this server to a domain controller. Now you guys tell me which option I have to select.
Add a new domain and
Add domain controller to an existing domain.
Great.
Yes.
Now this way I clear your concept. Now add domain controller to an existing domain. So when additional domain controller is required, now interviewer asks you question. When additional domain controller required, what will be the answer? Who can give you the to the point answer? I will give extra clap for him. Who can give?
What is the question?
It will be, I will tell.
Sorry?
I will say additional domain controller will be installed on the primary domain controller in order to do a load balancing. Like
exactly, excellent.
Like you have number of users, 10 users on primary domain controller, and later on in the next month you see there are new joinees, and due to new joinees the primary domain controller is crashing. So when it is crashing, we have to do a load balancing, and that is when we created additional domain controller for primary domain controller in order to do load balancing.
Exactly. Clear? Now Sapna understood the concept. Good. So other you guys, you have already know that. Great. So why that additional domain controllers is required? Now let's see. I'm telling you. You are the administrator of the company, IT administrator, not for any domain administrator, normal IT administrator. Now in this particular office, okay, you have one of the domain controller you have configured, and rest of the users laptop, workstation, network devices, many things are there. Now many people are saying, hey, while we have typing user ID password every time in Monday, I'm logging it is taking 40 hours, 45 hours to log in. Is this possible? What kind of joke is this? Now many people understood that system is getting slow. No, it's not the system is getting slow. When system is trying to log on, he found that the domain controller is on busy, and he's not taking domain signing request. It's rejecting the request or make them your request on hold. To avoid this load sharing, you have to promote. If your user count is very high, you can promote 3 domain controller in the sites, additional 2 domain controller, so that the load will be equally balanced, load balanced. That is the purpose of additional domain controller. See, Active Directory is very critical in terms of if you understand the logics, you even don't know where is your package will comes. If you does not understand the concept, forget about all the stuffs. That is why Active Directory. Even nowadays you understood there's a many thing cloud, AOEC, many things are there, right? So if you know, if the Active Directory is not working, forget about cloud. ncpa.cpl, all full name is not possible to remember anyway. You can check Google. ncpa.cpl full form, full name, full form. Network Control Panel Applet. Instead of knowing the full form, understood the purpose, that's it. Now see, listen here, look it here. If we close it, system will be shut it down and restart. Now after it restart, the same user you have created here, based on this users will be adding here, or will be logged in based on this users. Clear? I don't think that again you have to create a user for here. Why? Because what I'm telling you guys, what I'm telling you guys, you understood? What I'm telling you, all you understood?
Yeah, because DC01, DC02 is a clone of DC01.
No.
So it's already
No,
there.
no. Absolutely wrong concept. Absolutely
It is not a
wrong concept.
clone. Not a clone.
No.
What will be the correct answer? I am already have DC01. Now DC02 part of this domain. Now this time I am not able to create any user in DC02. I will log in as DC01 users. How it possible? Who can tell? Now see, automatically node user will come in.
Because what happens is that if we not create user here, so it automatically go with the DC01.
So generally you are giving what's basic idea, that's good, but I'm telling you, whenever one domain controller and you are creating another additional domain controller, these two domain controller, in between there is a connection sharing, it's called replication. That means every time they are sync each other, it's called replication. So you are working in cognizant technology. In cognizant technology there are 4 or 5 branch, right? So now whenever you are staying in Bantala office, so in Bantala office you have joined, you have worked. Now you have switches to Unitech. How come Unitech office will identify you?
With the same unique ID.
Your ID is created on Bantala, but you are working in Unitech. How come? Did you ever think in your mind? Now tomorrow your Cognizant is sending it to Mumbai, the same ID password you also work there. How come?
Because they are all synced with each other.
Then why you are telling the wrong answer? It's called the ID replication. You got my point? Sapna, Noor and Muhammad Azam understood what I am telling you?
Yes.
So generally I am telling you, if it is a larger organization or it is a smaller organization, no matter. Let's say this is one of the office. Let's say this is one of the office. Let's say this is one of the office and this is one of the office. And this all office are connected through a secure LAN, secure WAN, okay? This is connected to a secure WAN. Now any of the users you have created here, how come these users can able to travel. Let's say this is UK office, this is US office, this is IND office, and this is AFD office, Afghanistan office. Now one of the persons have office assignments here moving from UK to Afghanistan. But once he move to Afghanistan, then Afghanistan will create new user for him. Same user. Why? Because AD replicate. Here also domain controller available. 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 Now all these domain controller are sync each other. So same way, after this person move to Afghanistan office, from there he get, he leave that company or resignation that company. Now once he resignate that company, the administrator has removed him. Now he think again come to UK and try to log in his office. No. Anything changes in Active Directory, it will be replicate between all the domain controllers. It is called Active Directory replications. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm showing you. Okay. So let's here dsa.msc. I'm opening dsa.msc. And here I'm also opening dsa.msc. It's already open. Now I'm create one user here. That means if I go into the user section, I can see that whatever the user I have created on DC01, it is created. Now I'm creating one user here. That means DC02 Active Directory, I'm creating one user here. The username is Sid. Now see, after fraction of time, you will see the seed will be come here. After some time, the replication will dump, seed will come here.
Siddharth, any available time to sync with AD?
Yeah.
At what time?
It will take time. It will take at least 5-10 minutes. It will take.
Okay.
That is why it is sometimes it is said that 2 hours it will be taken to replicate in the.
Is already here.
Okay. Now I'm just trying with Sid here. I'm created user on DC02. I'm just adding here in the domain admin. Now I can create login on DC01 as well. Okay. So I'm going to log off this machine. How come I can log in? How can I can log in? Blade.
Blade na, वो server एक मोटा server तो दिया था, Sun Microsystems और IBM.
Neeram standalone na Blade.
यार वो एक रकम बड़ो server एक रकम बड़े से चौड़ा एक रकम लंबा वो
এটা আমাকে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ পাঠা, হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ পাঠা শুনলে। Password is incorrect. Why? Now did you guys understood? Here I am changing my password DC02 and it is appropriating on DC01.
Yes.
So this is actually, okay, one more thing. Last day Rajdeep has seen that server on this data center. I'm sharing this one. So this is actually, the server blades. I mean, this is, the servers, it is saying that each is the server called the blade. It's called the blade server. Okay. This is Sun. Sun Microsystem is the server manufacturer. They provided the blade servers. Okay. It's look like this. So now here it's total frame. Total frame, it's called onboard array. It's not the server. The entire things, it's called the IBM OA. It's not the server. Inside that server, you will see the number of blades are there. It's called the server. Okay.
This is the
OA, onboard array. In HP it's called OA, in IBM something is different. So guys, it's clear or not?
That it is replicated in the DC01 or is still pending?
So it is still not replicated because I am able to log in with this ID as it, but it's saying that permission issue. Why it's telling, I'm not sure. I already have the domain admins and all those stuffs. Let's see here.
So what we do in this case if this is not replicated?
No, it's replicating. That is why I am able to log in now. It's replicating, but the permission is not replicating.
Okay.
That I am telling you. Permission I have to check. What is the problem? Now you see, I am able to open launch here, but the same things I am not able to open launching here because it's saying that you do not have permissions. Windows cannot access the specified device, path or files. You may not have the appropriate permissions of these items.
But you gave them permission.
Here, actually what happened, I'm telling you, users is created, users replicated, but the permission is not what replicated. Maybe some time it is taking on all those stuff.
Okay, so you're thinking it's going to take time?
Yes, it will take time. That is why Active Directory sites and subnets will come to the picture. Why it is? Because I am creating these options intentionally to show you where is the problem. That is the problem. Because why? Because Active Directory sites and subnet properly not configured, and that is the reason haphazardly it is taking time. But when I configure, when I show you the Active Directory site and serverless, within a fraction of a second, data will be transmitted in each and every servers at a single of time.
Okay.
I am created user here. That users can able to log in this machine, but the permission not yet come.
But why the permission is not coming?
It is Active Directory delaying. It is delaying over the Active Directory. That is why you have to configure the proper AD site and subnets. Okay. Fine. Now forget about this part. I'm just going to log off. Now see, he can able to work, right? It is taking too much of time. Now it's work.
Yeah, it's taking time, yeah.
Yeah, it is taking time. But now it just understood. If it is taking too much of time to work here, replication, it will be a potentially, data loss as well as time loss. Now what happened? We have to understood AD site and subnet. That means I am showing you here in 2 because I have a new batch from this 515, so it doesn't have too much time. Let's see how much I can do it now. So here one of my office, and in this office I have a 2 domain controller. Perfect. And also I have another office, right? And I have to set a connection between these 2 machines to this. Instead of this, I also have another office here, right? I also have another office here, and I have to, then these 3 machines have to connect at each other. Right? Now consider these things, guys. This office networks, it's 10.10.10.0/8 networks. This networks office, well, 192.168.10.0/8 series networks, and this area
/8, right?
that is the reason you have not watched the first video.
Oh, 8 bits.
Everyone, I'm telling you, boss, here each and every classes are interlinked.
This is first class, no?
Yes. Why I'm giving that options? Boss, I have around, so I know what is the design I will give you, and then only you'll get benefited. Sorry. What? This is a 8-bit networks. Now 10 series, this area of this office, when he is located, their internet, then their okay, let's mark it. This is on UK office, and this is on US office, and this is on IND office, India office. Now US office ISP is Comtel. Comtel is a world famous telecom company, and UK office, the network is Qualcomm, and India office it's Jio. Now Qualcomm provide 10 series networks, Comtel provide 192 series networks, Jio provide 172 series networks. How they will communicate?
There must be a common
Application.
How they will communicate?
There must be a common IP.
Not so easy to write.
WLAN.
Sorry?
WLAN, wide area.
WLAN.
WLAN, you are telling WAN,
Wide
right?
area network.
I understood. WAN is basically link. Wide area network is the link. So WAN, how the WAN traffics are come and identify each of the networks. Now see, this is, we are actually moving to the complex AD infrastructure. So I'm telling you, that is why I'm telling you, because today I'm showing you the theory. If I tell you the practical today, none of the people will do the practical on next week. It's a very complex part. So today just understood the theory part. Next week I will tell you the practicals. Okay. So understood the concept. Concept is Qualcomm provided 10 series network on UK office. Comtel provided 192 networks on US office, and Jio provided 172 networks in the India office. This have to be configured through router.
Yes, router is the come here.
This is
All different.
this
The
is
router always connected different network to each other.
this is the router. And who can tell me how many network card I can add it here in router? Why I'm asking, guys, to clear your concept. Got my point?
128 NIC cards.
I understood the concept. I'm telling you, how many NIC card I have to install in this router?
Only one. I don't think so.
Just watch again. Just see. I mean, before you were telling any answer, no. Just watch couple of times and understood the concept. Your answer will automatically come.
It's a 3 router for 3 NIC card required.
Excellent, guys. Good.
3 NIC card.
So here I need one more machines. I'm just showing you today router part. Network architecture I will show you next. So those who have not attended the second classes, so this is the revision for them only. No problems. So I'm creating 2 machines more. Are you enjoying, guys?
Of course.
Yes.
You know, I think this video, and you can watch all video, they're gonna cover a lot of back topic.
Yeah. Today morning I written one command. Did you see that? One batch is completed AD and Windows. Right?
Yeah, this, I think that is the 2 guys, they finished.
3 guys.
So how long, yeah, 3 guys, how long they took time?
They take around 9-10 months because they are misses many classes. All 3 people are placed. First one is placed on Tech Mahindra, second one placed on some other company in Pune, third one is in Atos.
No, these guys just give them exam as well, certification completed.
No, these guys will not doing any Windows certificate. They will not interested for Windows certification. They will go for directly cloud certifications.
Okay.
No,
And they took it 10 months. So how long we take time?
Today is 23, so 7 days is remain if you want to pass Microsoft certification. One day I can make you pass. If you want to pass, if you want to do tomorrow, today is not possible, Monday. So Monday will paid money, Tuesday I will make you pass.
So I don't understand this concept. Like, I mean, is it expiring? So why we need to pass? I don't get it.
No, concept not like that. I'm telling you first. It is a very common question for everyone. See, generally.
Yeah, I mean, why I need to pass this exam? I'm going to do state of a cloud after this course.
That is fine. That is fine. But I'm telling you, you are Windows Server Administrator. Because I am telling you, if you go to the cloud, if you go to the cloud, there is also Windows there. There is also Windows there. Now, let's say you are getting jobs on another company. Now your company manager say, hey, do you have any certification on Windows? No, I do not have. I only have the cloud. Then it will be creating problems.
Oh,
Got it?
I understand now.
So in that case, it will create a problems. Then you not even if you want, you can't even do that certifications. And that is why 7 days still remain in your hands. If anyone want to pass, let me know. I'll make you pass.
But I didn't finish the course, so it's not gonna. I mean,
no matter.
It's not a problem.
No matter. First, you have to clear your exams. You are learning, right? You are learning. So who told you that you will learn fast, then you exam fast? Who? Company will give you, if you pass this certification, I'm telling you what is the benefit of this. Let's see, I'm showing my CV, okay? Then you will tell me what is the difference it. This is my
Sorry
CV.
about that. Sorry about that. As this is my first time, so I'm just still learning how it works.
Now see that CV. Did you see?
Yeah.
What is this? This is a Windows Server 2016 first paper, second paper, VMware certification, cloud certification. It is
Wow.
showing, it is showing
Oh,
us
looks
glamour.
nice.
Now 10-15 people have visited in the working interview. Once you place that CV, other 4 will be gone. Your CV will be selected. At a glance, it is glamour your CV. That's it. At a glance. And after that, these are the company you have worked. Okay. At a glance, these are the company you have worked. Then your educations. And then your working area. First, I am working as a end user client engineer. Then Windows Server network switch operations, alert monitoring. Then Wintel administration. Then Microsoft Active Directory VMware administration. Then Microsoft Active Directory Azure Cloud Admin. Everyone will understand what 10-12 years you have done. This is the career path. Now your day-to-day activity. Now see, if I am looking for a guy's Windows Server engineer, no, I cannot go and all those parts. In this area, I make sure that people are well understood, technical versed, and let them chance. That is the way to attract HR and make him fool. The CV that you prepare, you can make him fool. Got my point?
Yeah, got it.
And later on, you will do whatever you know, and after that, this is the certification what I have done, Microsoft VCP certification, VMware certification, Microsoft certification. I am also, working hard. A couple of next year, I will clear MCT, Microsoft Certified Trainer. So that I am trying to clear. And this is my YouTube channel. You can learn your education from this, because why I am adding here, many interviewers ask you, what is this link? I am saying this is my YouTuber channel. You can learn Windows Server from there. After telling these options, the people will say, okay, I'll come to the package part. How much you need? How much you require for this post? This is the confidence, and this is called the professional CV. And that CV, I will make you everyone after learn this course. Clear?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
if you not clear this certification for Windows, it's not look like this glamorous. That's the problem. Yeah? Otherwise, nothing. You don't think that Microsoft revokes certification, that means the technology will be finished. No, man. Windows Server is bread and butter for all of us. So, it is not like that.
So how much is the cost to me, for example, you saying the exam?
Okay, generally I'm telling you the Microsoft certifications currency, I'm telling you in Indian currency, it's around exam price. Exam price I'm telling you is 5,000 only. But those who make you pass, he will take extra charges. So you have to pay, if you want to pass tomorrow to the day after tomorrow, you have to pay 10,000 INR. Okay.
And one more thing I want to ask you. For example, for me myself, sorry about that guys, I keep you longer. For example, I want to pass and I'm still learning, so it's not going to be a problem. Right?
No. What I told, certifications will show you the glamour. That means you are applying for the position of Windows Server. Noor also, Mohammed also applying for the position of Windows Server. Rajdeep also applying for position of Windows Server, and Sapna also provided for Windows Server. Now in middle of that, none of you have certification. In middle of that, my CVOs comes to the picture. Do they provide your CV? No. They will select first, because whenever the sticker will show, he will. That is the purpose certification is required. It's a glamorous part, boss.
Certifications are mandated, Siddharth, for anywhere entry.
Yeah. That is the way. So if let's say I'm telling you, you miss the opportunity for Windows Server certification, then later on you clear for Azure certification. But I know that you have added Azure certification, but you are applying for Windows Server certification, but you don't have the Windows Server certification. They will ask at least one time. But you say, no, I do not have, I have direct cloud administration. But they say, oh, actually, we need a Windows core guy for our project. If you have a good certification, that is, this kind of question will come. That is why certification is mandatory. Okay. Now after everybody, because every company know that after the month of January, the certification will be go and expire, and there is no question of Windows certification. Everyone will be know.
So this two certification is going to be expired, I mean, in January, these two first two.
No, first two is I have cleared sequentially. That is a Windows Server. This is not for 2016. I am give 2012. Okay, so this is 411 and 412. Okay, so I am not telling you to, because I have cleared, because my company is bearing the cost. That's why. So it's not for possible everyone that clear go on certification one by one. No, it's not possible. My company bearing that cost. That is why I provided. So if you want to back, you have to sell only one 740, either 740 or 741 or 742 or 743 or 44, whatever. That is why I give that paper. So you got my point? Because so many people are doing their certification by your home, so they ask me the paper. So that is why even that paper, if you follow that PDF, no, just for you're not interested for certificate. If you read this paper, you can crack any interview. I'm telling you. You can crack any.
It's a dumb question, no?
Yes, because these are all the case-based study, case scenario-based study. That is why I'm telling everyone, watch the groups. Whatever I'm sending the documents, just watch the groups. I have sent 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 to 5, PDF I have sent.
Yeah, I'm already downloading and saving my folder.
Okay, just watch this part. Even if you watch all this 4 PDF, I'm ensuring you that no one, anyone crack any interview. I'm telling you. Clear? Perfect. My router server is built. I have to put the connection. Side by side, I have to build another computer as well.
Siddharth, I'm not able to see anything. I think your CV is reflecting on my screen.
I think your network is not working.
I'm connected now.
You can see. You can see.
So Sapna, you send your CV on last day. I have watched that CV. See, the format is very good, but the content is very poor. Now I'm telling you what is the difference. Just I'm watching opening my CV. I'm showing you what makes the difference. So you, at a glance, you mention mobile SIM, mobile connections, Azure Cloud Administration, your mailbox. It doesn't make sense that you have a specialization. Like means you are kind of past courses. You have not done any honors courses. So it's look like this. I have around 12.1 years of working experience, which include Microsoft Windows Server Admin, like this, Active Directory Admin, Azure Cloud Admin, and VMware Admin. That make the specializations. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next is technical core skill and competencies. Here you have to show first one is, which is the mandatory, that is Azure administration. So first you have to put the day-to-day Azure administration. Next is Azure Active Directory day-to-day activity. Third one is VMware day-to-day activity. Now forget about all those stuffs in the CV. If you written it here, any of the interviewer, make you guaranteed no one will reject your CV. Got my point?
Yeah.
But what you think you have mentioned troubleshooting, that means it doesn't show you have any specializations. So it's very problematic until and unless you show you do not have specializations, it won't work for you. Anyway, my router is created. I am created another machines. Okay. For my branch office. For my branch office. So same I am doing the cloning. পুরোটা মতো মধ্যে আছে okay now I'm creating DC03 okay
Why this is the router?
understood the concept this is on
NIC card.
yeah so I'm making that DC03 along with place that means UK DC03 UK okay
Clone of router.
clone of router means router machine take a clone I mean we'll machine the clone the machines router machines and make a DC03 that's it See, Azam, I have sent today one job offer that is for the Dubai, so you can try for this.
Okay, okay.
At least
Okay,
send
so
CV.
the-
At least send CV.
Yeah.
Let's see it work or not.
Yes, yes. So I have to connect also, or directly I send my CV?
You just send that CV. That's it. Because see, generally, actually, why I'm telling you because I all have the connections, many WhatsApp groups and many my jobs search department. So I get this information from each and individual. So whenever I found any options, I forward it to my students. So if they get help to them or not, let's see.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
So Siddharth, the report you did joiner or something take some time?
I don't know. What I'm telling you, just send whenever the opportunity will come, we'll place your CV. Let's see now, call will come or not. You got my point?
Okay, okay. Let me just send the CV.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is my router, and what I need to do, I'll just doing the sysprep. So guys, just make sure that today 2 practical I'm showing you, will you able to do it in a single day or not? Because until and unless you do this in the same window, it is baseless. If you all showing that, okay, do me, tell you on next day, I will show you next day.
Please show on next day because it is going huge back lot of.
What about the other one?
Please.
So, Sid, what about the server? Like this server, do you have a link for that?
Which one?
The server for practice.
Server for practice, I will tell you today night you will contact me after 10 p.m. So I will give you the link. Link is nothing. You have to download AnyDesk, and through this AnyDesk you can connect my servers and do the practice. Okay.
Okay.
But I am telling you, you have not watched the 5 videos. First, I am telling you before you do the practicals, just watch the video because today morning Rajdeep also tried and there is no results. He entered the morning, he watched the video and nothing practical done. So first do the practice, first watch the video, then come here and clear your practicals. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Until unless you watch the video, understood the concept, practical doesn't make sense for you. Everyone I'm telling you. So Noor and Mohammed, they are very hard work, and they have time read on. I mean, one day have learned this video, and the same another day they will do for practicals. That's very good things. I know it. Everyone should do it.
Actually, Siddharth, your slot is not free. That's why I said
Exactly.
every day I take your server and do.
Because this server also in the rain, no. This server also, no. One of the persons is from Dubai. He's actually Sheikh. I mean, he's Arabian Sheikh. He is doing practice here.
Okay.
One of the persons from Nigeria, he's doing practice here. One of the persons from South Africa, he's doing practice here.
You say he can't buy your own server, Dubai Sheikh?
No, not like that.
Yeah, Noor, you are right because we have a lot of money, you know.
No,
Let them more people can study first.
no, not like that. Why there comes to here? Because he doing practice. In case of any problems, I can help him. That's it.
Okay, I got it. Sorry, just kidding.
No, they are actually my students. I mean, they all are my students actually. So far, they have completed.
Means they have already completed just for the sake of practice and
Yes.
any type of guidance he is connecting.
Yeah. Even I'm telling you, any countries, if you are visiting and there are the problems, I have a students.
Yes, Siddharth, actually, very soon maybe I visit to Saudi Arabia. Due to the flight ban, I'm not able to go there. So,
Yeah, I also have a student from Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Oman. You know, some of persons are from, the place I forget, what is the name?
due to flight, everything is stopped here. Nothing happened.
But I'm telling you what things, before you leave or your company, just verify that you have this company is genuine or not, because so many things there in fraud. Okay,
Yes.
actually fraud in everywhere, not only Dubai, even it is also fraud in India as well. So verify and then go. Anyway, so this is my DC. I have created the router. Now, as you told, I want to set up, two office. Okay, so just come to that pictures. Forget about US. Forget about US. Okay, just a minute. Forget about US. I have only two sites, UK and India, and middle of the router. In UK there is a two domain controller, and India there is a one domain controller. So in UK these two machines, let them rename so that it will be easier for you. Clear? Okay, now who can tell me how many NIC card I need for this router?
2 NIC cards
Why?
because there are 2 connections.
Good. Sapna, how many NIC card I need?
I don't know, as I told, 2 NIC cards. NIC cards are the like the names given to the
Network
router.
interface card.
It's network interface card.
It's networking.
Network interface card. Okay, it's look like this. NIC card. It's like an NIC card. It's look like this. Did you ever seen that?
No. Means I don't know. I haven't
I
seen
mean,
that.
did you? I mean, you are from desktop support background or what?
No, I'm not desktop support. I work remotely on Bongard.
Okay. So see, generally motherboard, if it is a motherboard of the machines, and I mean the workstation, I'm telling you, it's not the server motherboard, it's a workstation motherboard. Did you see that picture? I mean, if I maximize it, now you see that this is one of the inbuilt NIC card for this motherboard, right? Inbuilt one NIC card. Now if you need additional NIC card, then you have to purchase this NIC card and install where?
Motherboard.
Install in this, have to purchase the additional NIC card and install on this particular slot. It's called PCI slot. It's called this PCI slot. Okay. You have to add this NIC card over here. Sorry, this is not the PCI. This is RAM slot. This is the PCI slot. This is the PCI slot. So it's called peripheral component interconnect slots. You have to, I mean, inside this card here, and the LAN card will be available on this particular chassis, outside of this chassis. Clear? So this way you have to keep. This is for the
So what is the reason to install this NIC cards? Like why we have to install it? It's installed on the computer or it's installed on the router?
No.
Like I think it is on the computer because there was RAM missing. Yeah, RAM slot.
Okay. I'm telling you NIC card for this computer, right? But here in router concept is different, because here what I'm doing, just understood the concept. Here I am installing Windows Server roles and makes Windows Server, use Windows Server as a router. It's a very cheapest solutions. Once you are a consultant and your customer asking you, hey, I don't want to purchase the router right now, but I need to contact 2 to 3 networks in the same segment, how I can do that? Then you provide them, yes, there's a solution in Windows. If you install this role, you can use this Windows Server as a router, right? So it can be possible. Now I am telling you, while you doing this, you need a 2 to 3 NIC card. Now if you don't know what kind of NIC card is this, what is NIC card, then only I am showing you NIC card like look like this. But forget about in virtual machine. In virtual machine, there is a concept is totally different. This is the NIC card applicable on your physical desktops. You got my point? Now actually, if you want to look the how looks like router like that, then it's called Cisco 3200 series router. It's look like this. It is actually Cisco 3200. Look, this router, you know, 3250. Do you know what is the price of this 3250?
3.5 lakh.
No.
It's minimum 1.5 lakhs. Okay. So here this router is look like this. In back side of the router, I'm telling you, there's back side of the router, you will see the port 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 networks you can connect to this router. 6 networks. Is that okay? So comes to the picture here. One networks and another network. So here you need 2 LAN card. Clear? Concept clear?
Okay, that means, see on that Cisco router, there were 6 ports that you showed.
Yes.
So 6 ports, 6 different range
Exactly.
that connect one to 10 dot, and the other one is 192, another one is 172. These are 3 networks.
Exactly.
So like that you can connect 6 networks.
Like,
right?
like this device can connect 6 different networks. But same things, I am showing here based on Windows Server after roles installation. So that is I'm asking how many network I'd have to add it here. 2 networks. Clear? Now did you understood the simple things? It is taking how much time? We have today only done just additional DC promotion. But how come it is over 3 hours almost? Just because of these are the small things it's required. Now if you tell me to complete the server technology in 3 months, is it possible? That is I'm telling you, it is not possible.
Not possible.
If anybody tell you, yes, I'm complete this one 3 months, this is actually cheated your money. I'm telling you, simple. If you know, it is totally concept, it's a specialization. I'm telling you, it's a totally specialization. Each day I will give you the classes. You think that each day you will learn one more topic. Now see, I have added 2 networks, so you have to make them in the same network. As I have selected one, so all the networks you have added one as well. Clear? Fine. Now you are ready to router in the networks. Same like this machines. This machine I also added in the same network. Actually, see what happened. Here it is, UK and India. In middle of that there is WAN connectivity. I am creating this WAN connectivity. Clear? This is between Qualcomm, UK and India. There is a middle of WAN connectivity. I am establishing that WAN connectivity. Okay.
So India, sorry, that India one, which number you write on India one? You write down 0.
Yeah, that is actually, but here you just make it on, Sorry, what you are telling?
Sorry, I just noticed one thing. You go back, when you try to put the switches for the India, and you write down VM0, rather than need to write on VM1.
VM0.
Yeah, you can check it.
Actually, it's talking about the port which you selected.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's very, very good watching. Otherwise we'll create a problem. It's good. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Actually, what happened? I've mistakenly done it. If I go to the setting here, because all my network connected through this VNet1 switch, right? I wrongly selected VNet0, but he observed and he find out that solutions. Very good. Perfect. Now, what I need to do, I will that is a 10 and it should be 172.168.10.10. It's a different, I'm creating different country, no, it's a different IP address. This is a different, I'm creating connectivity between UK and India office. So 172.168.10.10. Clear or not? Now thing is that in WAN router there is a 2 NIC card. First I'm going to create the WAN router first. So here go to the ncpa.cpl. This hand NIC card, it's for UK route, this for India route. So in UK route, IP address will be 10.10.10.13, and India route IP address will be 172.168.10.11. Clear? What IP address have given? 172.168. One 10.11. 172.168.10.10. Perfect. Fine. Now I have to establishing the hands. Hands means I have to make first connectivity India to one router, then UK to one router to UK, one router to India. Later on, India to UK.
It's quite interesting going on now.
So everyone is on full and stack, or you guys are free enough to learn this.
Yes, it's very interesting.
Okay, so this is my router, and this is my machines. So as you know, this is one of the hand in router, another hand. Okay, so how I can make it? This is another hand of the router. Just a minute. This is another hand of router. Now this part have to connect it this network, right? And this part have to connect it on this route, so that we can make ping 10. We can make ping 172, right? Once this to this green, then very easy. Then next, what I need to do, I will make connection between this to this. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So now UK route and India routes I have created. Now same wise I have to declare the firewall here. If you not allow the port firewall, it is taking you the packet off, no? Every servers, why I am doing, after installing this, mandatory you have to make the firewall on or off. If you make it off, make it everyone off. If you make it on, make everyone on, but this port has to be enabled. Or else it will be create a problems for the packet communications. It will block your ICMP packet, which is make the ping. Okay. You'd have to be block this, right? Perfect. So this have to be enabled, I'm guessing. The same things you have to do here. That means port is okay. Now what I need to do, I will try to ping router India route. From India route I will try to ping one router. What is my one router? Ping 172.168. Guys, can you please go on mute? 172.168.10.11, right? It's pinging. From one router to India route I will ping. I mean Indian servers I will ping. Ping one Indian server I am pinging 172.168.10.10. Now I am European server. I am trying to ping the European server, right? Ping 10.10.10.10. Perfect. From European server, any of the European server to WAN router I will ping. WAN router where it is hosted you don't know. It may be on Middle East and anywhere, any other data center it will be there. Somewhere the WAN router was there. .10.10.10.13 I guess. I mean 11, 12. Look at what. Let's see. Oh, 10.10.10.13, yes. It's pinging, fine. Now understood the concept, guys. What I'm telling you, you have to Now your packets, now understood, your packets, whenever you are doing connection between this to this, in middle of that you have to implement the routing engine, and that engine will hold its networks. Got my point? But before that, your packets are moving from here. Your packets are moving from here via router. So definitely you have to provide your router gateway in that servers. Then only your packet will go over this router. So now what happened? In UK computers, all are available here. I will provide this IP as a gateway of the UK machines, 10.10.10.13. Every UK machine I am going mcpa.cpl.
Putting the UK and both UK machine is the same IP address.
No, same IP address fine. I am just adding gateway because your traffic is going over the one router, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So 10.10.10.13. Guys, anywhere you stuck or confused, let me know, because this is all together very. What Cholchana? Because you are student of electronics and communication. Then how come it is boring for you? Not sure. Okay, it's 10.10.10.13, right? So now click on OK.
This is done.
Yes, the same things you have to do this particular server.
Yeah. Before the gateway.
Properties, you have to add it 10.10.10.13. Clear? It is a router gateway. I am telling you, router IP address you are adding as a gateway. So here just understood this concept, boss. Here the gateway, default gateway means your router IP address. DNS means your domain controller IP address. Keep it in mind. Default, if anyone asks you what is the mean by default gateway, that means you tell it's a router gateway address. Router itself called gateway. Somebody people tell gateway device, somebody tell router device. Don't confuse them. What is gateway, what router, gateway, both are same. Clear?
DNS server, domain controller.
Yes. Okay, here I'll put it 172.168.10 dot. What will be it is given about? No. One 10.11. 10.11. Yeah. Perfect. Now you have created the physical topologies. Now can connection come here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. Now I am building the connection between here and here. That means from 10 series networks you can ping 172 networks. Right now I am telling you, right now from UK your ping will not come. If you ping that 172.168.10.10 minus T, you will get request timeout. So the same way from here, if you doing ping 10.10.10.10 minus T, you will getting request timeout. Minus T means continuous pinging. Okay? Fine?
It is used for troubleshooting purpose.
Sorry?
Minus T is used for troubleshooting purpose.
Yeah, continuous pinging I am telling. It's continuous pinging. Okay? Yes. Now in middle of that I will go and implement the routing engine. Just see what happens. Add roles and features. I'm in router now. Application next. Here this roles remote access. Click on next, 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 and here you just choose that options routing. Next, 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 install. Okay, now the roles is already installed. Now what I need to do, I'll go to the tools. There is option route and remote access. Right? I want to power on the routing engine. I want to power on the routing engine. Once the engine is start, the communication will be started. That means you can see reply from this here. You can see reply from this here.
Yeah, so it is going continuous routing, na? Continuous pinging.
So I'll make it configure enable routing. Next. Select the option custom configuration, LAN routing, finish, start services. Still showing, right? Something, there's a miss. Let's have to find out what is the problems. Because I have not assigned that router gateway here. Instead of gateway I put the DNS IP address. That is the problem. Oh, sorry, 11 I guess. What is the router IP address? 192.160.10.11. Did you see? Did you see?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Due to wrong assignation.
Now see. You have established the WAN routing between UK and India. how many guys are still, brain is stuck state or overloaded state?
Now I think mine is going to be right.
So Sapna, is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Here Rajdev is telling, call me ambulance. Anyway guys, no problems. So the remaining part I will complete on next week. Okay. So nothing else. Now our router established done. I will install this domain controller here. I will create connection. Then next part is Active Directory site and subnet. That is a huge part. I'll tell you next week. Okay. Okay. So
Okay,
hope you
sir.
guys understood the concept. But please, Rasdeep and Sapna, please guys, you watch the last. I think this Saturday, Sunday is totally was week off to you, right? So in week off, how many hours? It's maybe around 1 to 4, 6 videos will take not more than 8 hours. Okay. So just watch the video, enter these things. Then only you will be able to understand. Now one day you will take and complete, or 2 days will take complete all your pending practicals. Clear?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Siddharth, so when we gonna do practical for this one?
Okay, your practical date tomorrow, Monday, 10 p.m. 10:15, and your assumptions you will do on Tuesday.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So Monday 10 p.m. Perfect.
And Rajdeep will do on Wednesday. Anyway, so guys, I'm telling you one more things. I need also one more help. So while doing practicals, these two guys will help. They will need some help because Shapna, Rajdeep, initially they need help. So guys, in that case, either Noor or either Azam, please come on the practical, just guide them so that it will be also helpful, and you will also, do the knowledge sharing, and your also knowledge will be smoothened, and their guys also get the benefited.
Yes, so that's actually yesterday what happened. I want to join, but there's a power
No, fine, no problem,
here,
no
so
problem.
I'm not able to.
No problem. Next week when they guys will do, you can either Azam can help Rajdeep or Noor can help Sapna. Okay. So both you guys will join in the same Google Meet and share the screen each other. So Sapna will do practical, Noor will help, or sometime Noor can also work with this Sapna, or let's say Sapna is not able to understand, then Noor can also do the practice. So that way, both way you guys can help each other. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So that
Azam will be joining on Monday, right?
Azam will do hands-on on Monday for their part.
Let him do the hands-on.
Let him do it.
I will just means
Once,
I will just view
yeah,
this.
well, actually Azam will shadow you. Okay, once you are doing practical, either Azam or Noor can shadow you. Okay, clear?
Whenever you do practical, please connect with me. I will join with you.
Yes.
Okay? Whenever
Every
when you
day, see.
get the error, I will help you.
Yes. So Tuesday, Monday, Noor will do the practicals. You want to do one things. Monday, Noor will do practicals. You will join. You will watch how he will do practicals,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
So Tuesday, Noor will join. I guess Sapna, will you able to connect, or you have office?
Yeah, I have office. What time will it be? Like if you do it between 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. then I can
No.
like I
Then
can
do
take
one
ID
thing. Then do
like
one
a
thing.
remote desktop, like what is that, any desk
Then-
of Noor, and then
No, wait.
whatever troubleshooting you will do on your server, I can watch it, and or probably I can
Do one
remote it
thing.
to your server
Do one
on any desk.
Do one
And
thing.
he can take
No,
any desk remote of my machine.
No. Do one thing. Right now it's 5 p.m. So 5 to 10. Okay, 5 hours in your hands. 5 to 10 p.m. you just watch first two videos. First two video you watch. Then 10:15 you all connect, and I will create the Google Meet sessions. Noor or Mohammed will guide you.
Okay.
Only on the first.
First two, 3 videos. Just go home. I'm telling you, both of you, just go home. Watch 1, 2, 3 video. Third video. Whatever you will do, Today night connect through AnyDesk and Google Meets, like whenever we'll connect now. Then first will AnyDesk will do, Sapna will do one practicals, Noor will, Mohammed will help. The same way you will do practical, Mohammed will help, right? So even after their practicals, Mohammed, you can do your practical, remain practicals as well.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So guys,
10:15.
yes.
What will be the timing? 10?
I'm not getting what you are telling.
What time will it be? 10:30 or 10:15?
10:15.
Okay.
Okay. So let's please watch now 1, 2, 3 videos. Completely watch. Okay. In case during understanding any problem, you can call me. No problems. Just watch day 1, day 2, day 3. Right. Then remaining is day 4, day 5, day 6. Okay. So that part you can do it on next week. Clear?
Yes, Siddharth.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm sending the video and uploading the video on that particular drive. Download it from US. Anyways.